their most important front row pole position of the entire season. Today, it's all about sheer speed and how much finesse the driver can use to get that speed out of the car.
It comes down to hundredths, no, thousandths of a second.
I have no idea what's going to happen. We're getting ready to find out.
Already here. Let's do it.
Here's Chase Elliott of Dawsonville, Georgia. 45.
Wow, that's the fastest lap yet.
Youngest driver ever to start on the pole for the Daytona 500.
You can't make this step up, guy. Here they come to the line. Finish to the Daytona 500. Come on. Should have been the closest 500 ever. We're getting ready to start this season. I just feel it's going to be one of the best ever.
And time now to set the front row for this year's Daytona 500. Fox Sports welcoming you live to Daytona International Speedway. A week from today, you'll see the 59th running of the Great American Race. The weather today, warm and wonderful in our Hollywood hotel. We're on the scene to bring you closer to it all with two-time Daytona 500 champ Michael Waltrip, I'm Chris Myers. 16 of the 17 drivers that raced earlier today, they're going to be busy again in a moment trying to qualify for the front row for the Great American Race, and that would include you in your 30th run at the Daytona 500. And got the fire suit on. What do you expect to see out there?
Well, you've got a combination here that's really interesting. It's brute horsepower and delicate finesse. The driver has to be perfect with his lines, holding it right against the bottom of the racetrack to make the distance around this place as short as possible. Remember, Chris, just a year ago, Chase Elliott won the pole by about half a tenth of a second. That's around a 2.5-mile track. That tells you how tight and how close things are.
And so far, the practice speed's 193 miles per hour. We'll probably see it around that range. We've had 14 different pole winners over the last 14 Daytona 500s. Well, first Saturday night, not a dry eye in the house here at Daytona. Rain caused postponement of the season opening clash, and that led to the clash running today. Kurt Busch wrecked by Jimmy Johnson during a caution. Brad Keselowski, who led 18 laps, fell behind when he was penalized for going through too many pit boxes. You're allowed 3, and he had 4. Then Jimmy Johnson wrecking again out of the clash this event for the 6th straight year.
That just tells you how difficult these cars are to drive and how much on the edge these drivers are. Jimmy Johnson's a 7-time champion, spins out twice off turn 4.
14 laps to go and heated up. Truex Jr. gets turned by Kyle Larson. They were running near the top 10. Denny Hamlin, 48 laps, the most in the race. On the final lap, this is the 10th time we've had this decided by a last lap pass. It was Keselowski and then Hamlin blocking him, and that opened the door for Joey Logano to pull into victory lane. First Ford win in this event since 2004. So has Ford taken the first step to say, hey, we're the ones to watch this weekend for the 500.
I think that's definitely the case. Remember, they have a new Camry, the 2018 Toyota Camry, so these drivers are seeing how it handles in traffic. It handles great, actually. Denny Hamlin stayed out on older tires. Both Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski pitted for tires. So now the crew chief's wheels are spinning. What do we do when it comes to a late race caution in the Daytona 500? Do we pit? Do we stay out? There's going to be so many storylines to follow next Sunday. But today, it's all about the team and who's got the fastest car, who's prepared that thing meticulously to go out and be the fastest of the best.
And the clash run in the afternoon, closer to the time the Daytona 500 will be run as the cars are lining up for front row qualifying. There's the 88 Dale Earnhardt Jr. back behind the wheel for the first time on this track after watching Alex Bowman run during the clash.